Have you been naughty or nice? I want to talk to all the girls and boys and let you know that Miss Treasure says, Merry Christmas. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got in that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells. I see that red glow. I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you. Hey, yo. It's Christmas Eve, and we rolling up them sleeves. Santa coming out real late tonight, so we cleaning out that chimney. Bells be ringing, tinsel slinging, angels singing. Little boys and girls writing they list. Naughty or nice, Santa, what you bringing? He got a list so long, whether you been right or wrong. I see you racing home to get to sleep and wake at the crack of dawn. I hear them sleigh bells. I see that red glow. I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you, ayo. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got in that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells. I see that red glow. I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you, ayo. Since all year long, been on my P's and Q's, all right, no wrong. What's Santa gonna bring me? New shoes for the Jeep, maybe an iPhone. I need some shiny new rims. I need my bills paid. I need a festive feast and a pack of Yaki for these 2 French braids. Gotta wrap these gifts, place name tags, ribbons and bows. Last roll of the tape, I'ma water the tree and hang up my mistletoe. Can't wait for the morning of no partridge or no doves. I see these gifts is happening. I'm about to start rapping. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got in that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells. I see that red glow. I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you, ayo. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got in that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells. I see that red glow. I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you, ayo.
Merry Christmas.
How y'all doing out there? Y'all chime on in as usual.
Yeah.
Wednesday night, 8 p.m. This is Christmas night.
Christmas night.
How y'all
Merry
doing out
Christmas,
there?
y'all.
Hopefully y'all had a good holiday and y'all stuffed yourself into oblivion.
Appreciate you, Chris. Appreciate you. That was Hey Rudolph.
Zipporah in
What's
the
up,
building, Chris in the
Zipporah?
building.
Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
if you're just now chiming on in, go ahead and hit us with a like and a subscribe and send your tell a friend or somebody to go ahead and chime on in and jump on in. Where Miko at? She ain't doing nothing tonight. Why she ain't on?
I don't know where she at. She
knucklehead
hiding.
self.
She hiding.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Chris. He says looking and sounding great.
Good. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you handling the back office.
Merry
for us.
Christmas, family. Benjamin is in
Ben
the building.
Simpkins in the Merry Christmas to your family. For all those who enjoyed their Christmas Eve in Christmas night.
Yeah.
Y'all
Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas to y'all.
So from our family to yours, we just want to say Merry Christmas from the Hams. Peace and blessings to all. And for those who Christmas time is a little tougher on you this year, our prayers go out to those families and friends out there that, are having a little bit of a difficult time doing Christmas, whether it's a loved one that they lost or, it's just that time of the year.
And if that's the case, man, don't chime on in and we could just laugh and have a good time.
Yeah.
And maybe you can.
Merry Christmas, Christine.
Hey, Christine, what up? How you doing? Like I said, y'all hit a like in the chat. Margie, Mallory, sorry.
You about to have Margie tripping.
Margie Graves, thank you for the like, baby. I appreciate it. Happy holidays to you. Jordan, happy holidays. He said that was the wackest song I ever heard. Play it again.
I mean, y'all was over there twerking in the living room.
My bad, y'all. I guess I didn't make it good enough for y'all to like it.
Merry Christmas, Charles. Merry Christmas to y'all and the family, man. What y'all getting into tonight, man? How was y'all Christmas? Lots of seasonal depression. Prayers to all. Yeah, definitely, man. It's been 2024 every year for that matter. I think people start out with hopes and dreams that the year starts out to be lovely and wonderful and magnificent. And it does. In some instances, it brings joy, but it also brings pain and sorrow. And
a little bit of both for everybody. I agree.
Trying to get sad on nobody though.
Yeah, mental health is. We're not trying to get into mental health tonight, but if you have any mental health issues, come and jump on and have a laugh with us, and that way we can have a good time. She said Charles said he can't wait till New Year's. Yeah, I heard that.
Can't wait for New Year's. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's too good. Hopefully y'all planned your year out. If you haven't planned your year out, now's the time. Go ahead and get your pencil and your paper out. That way you can erase stuff, you know what I'm saying, or put it on your phone. Put your goals down. That
appreciate
way,
you, Pat. Merry Christmas.
Appreciate you, Pat. Merry Christmas to you. Put it down on paper. That way you can see your goals come to life. And if you follow them, let's not dream about it. Let's do it.
Yeah. You got to put that best foot forward. 2024 was a tough year. I'm glad it's over.
He said it.
It is dope. Oh, you like the song, Jordan? Yeah. Okay. I guess some of y'all may have missed it, which means you got to go back and play this from the beginning. But, we dropped a little Hey Rudolph in the beginning.
2024 was a tough year. I'm glad it's over, Chris says. Yeah, it was a tough year for a lot of people.
Merry Christmas, Cuzzo. I see you in the building. Miss Jacqueline Perkins.
What's up, Jacqueline? 2025 is the new year. Hopefully we can hit a home run on that one. And if you got your goals in order, keep pushing. The things that you want in life will come to fruition.
We had some goals this year that was set, and we fulfilled a few of them, huh?
Yeah, we paid a car off, and we got one more to get, and then we're gonna start tearing into this house pretty soon. Hopefully, not this year, but next year. That would be nice, and then that would put me closer to telling these people I'm only doing 8 hours a day. For the rest of my career.
They're not gonna let you go, man. You got too much good information, you know what I'm saying, coming out of there.
If you just now chiming on in, looks like Christine Nielsen hit us with a like, and
appreciate you, Christine.
And Margie hit us with a like.
My girl.
Margie says she about to get drunk on New Year's.
Ain't we all?
She about to turn up.
Ain't we all about to do that on New Year's?
Yeah, if you just now chiming on in, go ahead and hit us with a like. And if you just gonna come in and leave, hit us with a like and go.
Before you go.
Yeah, hit us with a like before you go.
Pop in, hit that like or that love and that send, and then, go do your thing. We know it's Christmas. Trust me, we have zero intentions of staying on here very long tonight. We just wanted to make sure we wished you all a Merry Christmas, kind of let you know what we getting into and what we got going on. And,
just a brief announcement before you start reading people's
all right.
Chime-ins. The beginning of next year in January, we will no longer be broadcasting a full show to Facebook. So if you haven't moved over to YouTube so you can watch the show, you need to do that now. That way you don't miss nothing next year, because the first 10 minutes.
In the chat.
The first 10 minutes, I'll put the link in the chat in a minute. The first 10 minutes will be played from like we're playing right now. And then after that, we will be cutting you off.
Over.
So
Chris said, fuck Facebook.
No more. Chris always hitting us with the F Facebook. No,
we love you, Chris.
No more Facebook. Facebook is going to be obsolete for what we're trying to move into. So we'll just be not broadcasting to them, but advertising there on Facebook.
Yeah. So if you haven't already, go on over there and make sure you subscribe and you like and you share it to your friends.
Yeah.
And you'll know what's going on. So Chris says 2025 is scaring the hell out of me. The pendulum is about to swing, and I'm hoping the hell it don't break loose. But I think it's coming. What do you mean, Chris?
Yeah,
what do you mean, Chris?
Can you elaborate on that one, Chris?
Yeah, Chris. Let's get into it.
Oh,
Chris.
Chris.
It's gonna be
Chris.
interesting too, because in the first 10 minutes, you'll at least know what the show is about. And
Chris.
then that's when it'll be all right, we out.
Let us know, Chris.
Ah. Yeah, what you mean, Chris? Chris probably talking about the election. That's what
Yeah,
Chris probably talking about.
January,
Or
what is it, 17?
January 6th is when he takes office, isn't it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Shit,
what
if
days.
Biden let us get there.
You guys, I put the link in there. That's the direct link to the YouTube channel. Go ahead and click that link and then subscribe, put the follow and the little bell ringer thing, and that way it'll tell you when we about to jump on.
Yeah, ring the bell. Chris says, I'm thinking shit is about to hit the fan. Trump is a man of his word, and I think he's going to do everything he said he was.
Yeah, he gonna try to do most of it. He's only got 4 years to get it done. And then whoever gets elected after that is gonna have to either carry the torch or tear it all down. So
he said the illegals and cartels, it's about to get high. It's a bunch of people mad too about that whole cartel thing.
Illegals and cartels is about to, get the thumb put on them for a little bit, but
I mean,
that's what we supposed to do. We supposed to,
should
let them know that we ain't about to keep taking too much stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this is America. This is America. But listen, man, I think what did you enjoy your Christmas?
Christmas was good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the girls had a good time.
Too bad that Instacart didn't do what they was gonna do, but
yeah, we had a little bit of a snafu.
And I didn't have too much dairy products, so now my nostrils is tripping. Y'all forgive me. Let me blow my nose.
Yeah, mute your mic. Mucuses. Chris said, I think it's going to be a very, very, very big deal. Well, I mean, a lot of what he's going to do ultimately is going to be a very big deal to a certain degree.
It's going to hurt a lot of people, but
it depends on the magnitude in which he does it, though.
Hopefully that the American people will figure out what they need to do in the process and make things good for themselves. I'm not pretty much scared for next year. It's the years after that where I'm not understanding what's actually going to happen, but we'll see as the year unfolds. We got a lot of things that need to happen for our prices to drop, like the fracking with the oil, and a lot of these companies are going to be laying off. A lot of people going to be going into financial turmoil. You're hitting the let me fix that real quick.
I just gotta you gotta exit out of it. Yeah. So you said people gonna be going into financial turmoil.
Yeah, because they first of all these companies are calling their people home, calling them back to the job site. You can no longer be a what they call it, a remote worker.
Oh yeah, they take
remote workers are coming back, and when they do come back, those companies are going to fire the ones that think that don't produce. Like, this is like when you bring people home, that's what happens. You find out that people then got too lazy, and then you be like, well, I guess we just got to let the workforce go. And yes, it is a reset, and hopefully people have money in their pocket or in their bank account. Let me see what the internet says about how much people have in savings this year. It's probably still $1,000. It's been $1,000
for the last few years,
longer
right?
than the last few years. It's been like almost 10 years. So hold on, let me check.
I mean, and here's the thing about a reset. I agree that we all need a reset and should have one, just so that people can really understand the logistics of life. Because there's some folks out there that's just like, they wow me every day. I'm legitimately like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I'm saying? People do things and or they even say things and just make you go, why are you even thinking like that?
These numbers ain't that great. According to the various surveys, a significant number of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. 32% of the Gen Z, less than 1,000. 31% of millennials, less than 1,000. 27% of the Gen X, less than 1,000. And 20% of the baby boomers has less than 1,000.
So everybody got less than 1,000. So 80% of the people, then 90% of the people, basically.
So if you got 1,000 in savings, you're doing pretty good.
Merry Christmas, Mary. My sister from another mister is in the
What's
building.
up, Mary? What's cracking, y'all? But yeah, like I said, a lot of people gonna be losing their jobs. There's gonna be a lot of these big corporations that downsize. Let me see what oil. How much is a barrel of oil right now?
Yeah, because prices, you know how they say the calm before the storm. Chris says, culturally speaking, I think America is looking at a big reset. It needs to happen, but it's going to be painful because people are going to lose their minds on a mass scale. Yeah, I don't know about the losing their mind part. They've already lost that. So, I mean, how much more, said can we lose?
As of December 25th, 2024, a barrel of crude oil is at $70, which is a good price. That makes the
Hella good.
people who are
Us.
producing the oil very happy because they get their money on the top end after all the taxes. Really a barrel right now, if they're selling it at $70, they're really a barrel is probably about $35, $40. But because all the taxes that they put on it is why the barrel's at $70. So
I got a question.
what?
So, why is it that, like, just before an election, the prices skyrocket and whatever?
Well, actually, they dropped
They
before the
drop,
election.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then so they drop, and then I want to
they
say
always drop
they drop
during
in the summer.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
and Christmas. Always during the
Is
holidays.
it because they want people to
They
spend
want
more
people to
money?
spend money. Yeah, yes, that is the reason why.
That's what I was thinking, because I was always wondering about that. So they drop in the summertime because they want people to travel and go places,
Yeah,
and they drop during the
yeah, because
holiday
rocket fuel
season.
gets cheaper.
Yes. And
All that
so
stuff.
the time that they go up is usually when kids got to go back to school. And I think that's for the purpose of, you got to drive anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go somewhere anyway. You got to drop your kid off. So you got to buy this expensive ass gas no matter what. It's like
Yeah,
the supply and demand. It's like you got to have it. So I'm going to charge you up the wazoo for it right now
yeah.
and drop it when I want you to travel.
I think
I
let
told
me
y'all
let me see what Google says
we living in
about
a matrix. Chris said food prices dropped a little before the election.
That's
Eggs were
because of
down
gas.
to $2.50 a dozen. 2 weeks before the election, the day after the election, eggs are $4.50 a dozen. I ain't seen eggs that cheap in a while. Because I remember during the pandemic, or like shortly when we were coming out of the pandemic, because we're kind of still in it. But when we were coming out of it, we used to get the 5 dozen eggs, like the 60 eggs, and we would spend no more than what,
$4 or $5.
$6.99 for them, like $5.99, $6.99 for these eggs. And I remember going to the store, and they were like $19.99 for the same 5 dozen. I went to go grab it, and I was like, $19.99. I said, nah. We not doing that. That was one of them. I know you fucking lying. We're not gonna pay $20 for 5 dozen eggs. And then we stopped eating them. So it kind of worked itself out.
So according to CBS News,
This is
there
not fake news, by the way.
there are we don't know that, but there are more than 11 million undocumented immigrants living in the United States right now, about 3% of the population. Nearly 80% of them have lived in the country for more than a decade. It says that the blueprint for Trump's deportation plan. I hate when they do this. They got to pop up because I'm trying to read their site.
The deportation plan.
Yeah, let me get back to where I was at. He says, Tom Holman says, I hear a lot of people say, the talk of a mass deportation is racist. They talk about how it's racist and how they shouldn't be doing it this way. But look, I see it like this.
How is it racist though?
I don't understand how it equates to racism. It equates to breaking the law and not breaking the law to me.
It would be racist if they allow a certain
demographic
background
of people
to stay or go, and then didn't do that with everybody else. But they're deporting everybody.
Yeah, well, he's going to do, according to Trump in his interview. I can't remember what interview it was from, but he said that he was going to deport all criminals first. So anybody who had any crimes, it didn't matter what it was, small to big, they're out.
That's fair.
And
Chris says he thinks it's going to be a mass riot because of the deportation.
it might be
I don't
some
think so.
It might be some issues, but I think we can handle it.
I don't think it'll be a mass riot situation because let's be honest, and I say this frequently, if somebody just walked into your backyard, just because you left the gate open, right? And they just walk back there, got in your lawn chair, start sitting down, eating their snacks, eating their food. Their kids start running around playing because you got a nice backyard. You're going to be like, hey, bro, you got to get the hell out from back here. You don't belong here.
Right.
You didn't come to the door. You didn't come through the front door to talk to me so I could say you can go back there and do that.
Yeah, who told you can set a tent up on my
right? Who just said you could just walk in here and do that? And listen, I stress this. It's the same thing with the United States. You can't just walk into a country, no matter how nice you are, no matter what's going on in your country, no matter what you're running from, no matter what you're trying to do to better your life or your children's life. I commend you, but there's a right and a wrong way to do things. And so, unfortunately, there has been people who have caused it to come to where it is now, where you got to do the paperwork because you got people coming over here raping and pillaging and robbing and killing and stealing and doing all this other shit that they're not supposed to be doing, which is making it hard for a person who's literally just kind of trying to come over here, better their life for their family. And I know that it's a double-edged sword in that case, but then the people who going to be right, they're going to do it the right way. Mm-hmm. You would think. Because I don't know, like maybe it's just me. I don't know. Is it like costly to do that?
To do what?
To become a citizen. Like
yes, U.S. citizens are taxed at the highest tax bracket. I think let me see what they're taxed at. U.S.
Chris says Antifa. I think it's gonna happen. You're pulling it up.
Yeah, I'm looking for it now. Says, do you have?
I think if a person is trying to come over and legitimately say there's a mother or a father or a family and whatnot.
I'm sorry.
And they're trying to come over and they're trying to, better their family. There's more opportunity for them here. There should be a process in which they go through that shouldn't be extremely costly, but they go through a process to make sure that everybody here knows that they're not here for harm, that they're here to just try to live.
Well, that happens through the visa program. So like when people come over, like when we get mathematicians, scientists, doctors, those people get first priority because they're going to help society move forward.
Okay.
People who come in are just trying to just do regular jobs. They got to wait behind those other people.
Gotcha.
So that's
and
pretty
how long
much
is the wait process usually for something like that?
Some people waiting up to 10 years, according to CBS.
Damn. Why does it take so long?
That's
the question.
I couldn't answer that.
Like, what's wrong with y'all? Why y'all taking so long? Chris says he thinks it's where the lines are going to be drawn between the citizens of the U.S. and the rise of a nationalist movement. Oh, do tell, Chris.
It says, accordingly, U.S. citizens are always considered U.S. tax residents, even if they live in a foreign country or claim residency elsewhere. They are subject to citizenship-based tax, which is what U.S. citizenship is, meaning that they will report and pay taxes on their worldwide income. So if there's a tax somewhere else where they live, they're going to pay that tax too. And they're going to pay the tax.
So they're going to pay double. Well,
yeah.
Shit, probably more than that when you think about it.
Yeah, and I know it's almost like 30 or 40,000 to marry someone from another country and try to bring them here. That's the cost. It's up there
to actually get them their citizenship
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. Chris says, "Oh, I already read that. My bad." Well, so do tell, Chris. Jordan says, "Did the Nazis in Project Paperclip have a wait time to become citizens after we took them in?"
Yeah, I don't know. They probably still on the waiting list.
Right, that part. I see some of y'all is on YouTube. That's the place to be. So if you ain't one over there, go over there because that's where we at. I mean, we over here too, but I see it. I don't know, man. I think it's just a lot of it is money too, because like I say, if somebody's legitimately trying, if they're in a third world country and they're like, I'm just trying to come to America to better my family.
They'll be on the waiting list a long time
That's fucking
because
crazy.
they're not contributing to American society.
Well, they got to get jobs. That's contributing.
That's not a contribution to American society. It's
I understand
giving
what you're
jobs,
saying. Yeah.
not taking a job.
No,
That's different.
I understand
Yeah.
what you're saying, because they're
Yeah.
like, because then it'll definitely be, you got the illegal immigrants coming over here taking all our jobs.
Right, right. So
You know what I
they
mean?
usually bring the people who are going to be innovative, make better stuff, scientists, basically what is it? Math, science.
Mhm.
What's it
The
called?
stems.
The STEM. If you're not in
Yep.
STEM, you're gonna be on the waiting list.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I gotta get that though. I get it.
Yeah.
It
And
is
that's
what
so
it
they can
is.
make more jobs with the new ideas of these people. That way the other people that's coming behind them can get a job. And
Shit.
yeah.
Next year, it might be some robots under the Christmas trees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some of the stuff that they're creating.
So this is conflicting information that I just looked up. It says as of April 1st, 2024, the cost to become a U.S. citizen is $760. But I talked to a guy who was trying to marry some chick, and it was costing him like 25, almost 30 grand to get her from the country she's from, and to pay here to get her
Well,
here.
that 25 grand, was that moving all of her stuff and shipping
No,
her
he
and
was
all
saying that
or
was just what it cost in fees.
just on paperwork?
Right, just to get her to come here so he can marry her.
You think they might be doing it to where more people who have more money pay more?
I don't know. I didn't dig deep into it because it wasn't really the topic of what I was trying to learn. I was just like asking him questions, and he just kind of told me, no, this is what it costs for. He's trying to bring someone from Japan or China or something. So I don't know if they have to pay a fee there to release them, or I mean, I don't know. I
That
don't
would
know
be
the
interesting,
particulars.
huh?
I don't know the particulars.
Chris says, okay, so when you look at the Trump victory, you have to consider the reason for it. It's clear evidence of a rise of a nationalist movement here in the U.S. that includes all Americans. I don't know if I would say, well, let's see what else Chris says.
So
Nationalism has been painted as a racist ideal for a very long time. People aren't buying it anymore because the country went too far left.
True, but they don't know what nationalism is.
Really
So if
is.
they don't teach that in school. They don't
And
teach
they
what
never will.
nationalism is.
They never will.
It says that the application process fee is $760, and then the biometrics fee is included in that. So they have to, get a family background,
fingerprinting, and
FBI, CIA,
blood,
all that
probably
stuff.
a blood test, all kind of shit.
They probably doing mouth swabs, all that.
Yeah.
Sticking their finger in your doo-doo, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff.
Bend over and cough.
Right.
Is that where that came from?
I guess.
Yeah, Chris, I know what you're saying, but however, I think that in my ideal of it is nationalism is kind of like, it kind of goes hand in hand with being a republic as well. It's kind of the same ideal. A lot of people are going against the Democrats because a lot of stuff that they've been saying over the last few years has not equated for what they were saying was going to happen. Like, people still broke, people still struggling, barely surviving. There's a lot of people watching this or who will watch this that, couple paychecks, they're going to be out on the streets. So a lot of things that were promised from that party, people on the other side, like, or who were on that side going, nah, y'all lying to us. We thinking about doing something different now. So you have a lot of movement that way, I think, is what's really happening. Hey, ISIS.
The definition of nationalism is this is from Google Dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, guys. Identification with one's own nation and support for its interests, especially to the exclusion or detriment of the interest of other nations. That's what nationalism is.
And that's not what a lot of people think it is. Chris says during the Obama years, if you weren't a globalist, there's another ist,
right,
then you were considered a racist. People aren't buying it anymore.
Right.
Everybody a racist, though. That's the thing. Like,
the whole world is
just
racist.
because you can make, like, even with even Black culture, just because you support your culture and you support your Black people, they're trying to consider that racist now because you're pro-Black. you should be pro whatever you are.
Right.
So, if you're Chinese, you should be pro-Chinese. And
Right.
clearly they are.
That's where you from.
That's where
man.
you're from. That's what you is. So you should always support your people. You should always stand for your people.
Yeah,
You should always be a representative on the positive end for your people.
That shouldn't be inside the Americas. That should not be a reason why you would step on someone else's neck.
Right. Because they support themselves. And people them.
They're supposed to support themselves. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's the whole premise. So I don't know. For me, that just that strikes a chord with me sometimes, because I'm just like, dude, that's like even with our job. You have a lot of people who they come into the union and they get pissed off and they're like, oh, well, because that's so-and-so's son or daughter or yada, yada, yada. And it's like, dude, if you were in a field where you could make really good, decent money and you knew it was life-changing, you wouldn't make sure that your family would be able to come into that field. You wouldn't tell your kids about it. You wouldn't tell your brothers and your sisters and your cousins about it. Of course you would. So like, that's something that strikes me too, because I'm like, you're supposed to take care of your people. Like if you got family in the same job, you're supposed to. I mean, so we can all come up. You know what I mean?
What part of Europe, Chris? Because some parts of Europe, like they can't even use, like they don't use force in the way that we do here.
Chris says in Europe, if you have a trend of rising nationalist movements, and it's mainly because of immigration issues. Yeah, because like what type of immigration issues? Well, I'm sure they got immigration issues like we do.
They got,
but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what type of immigration issues would they have? They are the immigrants.
Right. France, Germany, all over Poland. Yeah, there is a lot, especially in Poland. It's a lot going on over there. Not to be
racist.
Well, to be rude.
Go ahead.
I guess I'm
going
have to be rude. That's their problem. That's not ours.
That part right there. And that's not being rude. That's just sheer fact. Shit, what we talking about? Chris says Islamic migrants is the issue in Europe. The UK is having a lot of problems. Yeah. Islamic migrants. First of all, Islamic migrants, I don't believe there's a such thing.
Well, yeah.
And that's a whole nother show. But I don't believe that could even be a such thing. Islamic migrant.
That would just be like a Christian migrant, or like your religion.
Right. Because a Christian could be a migrant.
Yeah.
So we're not saying we're not saying those Christian migrants now.
Yeah.
We're saying
or don't let me say the other word that we're not allowed to say on national television.
Ooh, and, rhymes with dues.
Yeah, dues.
Those dues migrants.
Dues be migrating.
Yeah. The Jewish migrants. Yeah. Migrants. But yeah, again, I'm with you on that, baby. That's really, we don't give a damn about none of that. We trying to figure out what's going on in our backyard. That's that. And I think
it's time to take care of home now, man.
You got to, man. We got to stop worrying about what's going on in these other countries, with the exception of if it's going to, affect us or not. Because, just because so-and-so
everything that happens in the world affects us. But
to some degree, absolutely.
But for us to be just throwing money at things is
when we got people
to get crazy.
When I can go 3 miles down the street and there's people sleeping in tents outside, and that's about 40, 50 some degrees. So what are we talking about? Right. But we're sending millions and millions of dollars to these other countries to help people, and then saying, no, you can't come into our country, but we're going to pay for you to stay out of our country, but we're not going to pay for the people that's 3 miles up the street who's out, in the cold or what have you.
So what you buy yourself for Christmas, Chris? Or did you buy anything else?
I know Chris probably bought some trinkets, knowing Chris.
Yeah, Chris be buying. You get something for the bike?
Chris says, well, now this is where you out a little. You a little out of touch, Treasure. Muslims from the Middle East are not nationalist folks. They identify by their faith, not a line on a map.
Anybody on that side of the country identify by their faith. But they're still from a landmass. Everybody over there is still from some type of landmass.
This is facts.
And here in America, we identify by faith too.
This is facts. He said, I learned that when I deployed to Iraq, Muslims are totally different than us in every way.
Yeah,
very much so.
Yeah, they are.
They're not what people make them out to be. I can tell you that much.
Well, yeah, not the radical ones.
Not yet.
There's some radical ones out there.
Well, and there's some radical everything.
There's
You
some
know what I
radical
mean?
Christians. I mean,
Yeah, that's some radical dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot of
It's a lot of
craziness all
radicality.
over the world.
It's a lot of radicality. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of radicality,
Right.
On this fine Christian holiday.
But hopefully we don't have those problems here. Hopefully we can.
Chris says, no, Sean, we don't identify by faith. If you really believe that, then I'm sorry for you, seriously.
But here in America?
Yeah, he said he says we don't identify by faith here in America.
Well, it depends on where you're at, because when I'm at work and somebody goes, so what do you believe in? They're identifying me by faith. Now, whether the country, so according to our Constitution, this is supposed to be a Christian faith in our Constitution. So
that's how it was written.
So, which was written by, well, I ain't even gonna tell you all that. We ain't gonna have.
We're gonna get into that way, right?
But our Constitution is supposed to be Christian based, so that would people from other countries call us a Christian country,
right?
So, I mean, just because you and I don't do it
doesn't mean
we're not seen that way.
He said, question, if you go to any place in the world and you are asked about who you are, you will tell them what? You're
American, but they already equate that with Christian.
It's
hand in hand.
They do equate Americans with Christianity.
They already equate that. It's already in the thought process of, if you have shoes, it's got shoelaces in it.
Mm-hmm. And so the interesting part of this is that it's actually a great topic, because people don't realize on the massive scale what it really is.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Well, hey,
what they don't do, Chris. What they don't do.
That's the beauty of living on this side of the country, is that I can have the many opinions as I like.
He said we identify as American because we are all nationalists.
Yeah, in America, we're that first, but no one else sees us that way. Other countries don't see us like that. They see us as Christians.
I'm about to put the question banner up because I see it's going to be some. I see it's going to be some. We was going to bring the kids on tonight, but they downstairs doing hair and whatnot. I don't think they want to come on. He said, I think American is what they see. Based on what thought premise do you think that?
I Googled this. It says, I put, is the United States a Christian country? And Google says, well, this is Google, Wikipedia. The United States has the largest Christian population in the world, and more specifically, the largest Protestant population in the world, with nearly 210 million Christians, and that's the Protestants, as of 2021, and over 140 million people affiliated with Protestant churches all through other countries have higher percentages of Christians. So, yeah.
I mean, the numbers don't lie.
I mean, this isn't my stats. This is
their stats.
Yeah, this part of it is not my opinion. My opinion was I still think that other countries see us as a Christian country. That's our opinion. That's my opinion. But
the numbers just confirm.
Yeah, but
what you said.
I see myself as an American.
Right.
But
just like you do, Chris.
Yeah, I see the same way you see. I just don't believe, my opinion is, I don't believe that the other countries see the way that we see you and I see.
Yeah. He said people from Middle East will call themselves Persian. So the interesting thing is, like, we had this conversation with a couple people the other day, and I can't remember exactly how it went, but we were talking about like the African American. To be African American, the true definition of African American is legitimately a person who was born in Africa, who obtains citizenship here in the United States to come to America, which they now have a dual citizenship.
Well, Elon Musk is an African American.
Is he from Africa?
He's born in Africa.
Oh, so there you go. Is that why he look weird and shit?
He's
Because that dude
African.
look like,
Yeah.
does it me or does he like look like a robot himself?
Elon Musk is an
And
African.
he talks, you know, like the way he moves. Like, oh no, that dude scares me sometimes, but I like him. I like him. I'm trying to see what new shit he come
Yeah,
out
you're
with.
right. We do vote with our wallets.
The thing about we as Americans is we vote with our wallets and our interests. We don't vote with our faith. We are a secular nation. Well,
we only vote with our faith when it's time to go to court. Because
yeah.
all court documents are faith based.
Chris said, I've had many white friends that are African American, born and raised there, and then migrated to the US. Yeah, that's a true definition of an African American.
That's a real African American.
So like when
people from Africa who migrate to
who
America,
became citizens in America, that's an African American.
Yeah.
And so like, you know, even like on these applications and whatnot, when they have these little boxes, you know, if you don't check something, they're gonna check it for you. So you need to write down what you are.
Write down. I declare what I am.
Yeah, because even when you pull up, like I've pulled up celebrities before, and to find out what their nationality is, and then it'll pull up American. It won't say they're African American or whatever. It won't say that for the lighter complected folk. But for people that look like me and you, sometimes they will put African American, but a lot of it for the actors and shit, they put American on there, which I found to be very interesting. It's like, oh, they correctly identifying people now.
Yeah, well, hopefully, you know, they just take all that stuff off the applications. I don't.
Yeah, because what do we need it for?
I don't think we need it here in this country. We should just be saying, "Are you American or are you not?"
Period.
Yeah,
and that's it. Like it doesn't matter what because like again, I say, first of all, I'm not black. That's the color of a fucking crayon. And you're not white, you're not yellow. You don't hear Chinese or Asian people, with all due respect, going that they're yellow.
Yeah, you're right about that, Chris.
You know what I'm saying? Chris says funny shit when a black guy questions a white guy about being an African American, and the white guy asks him what language he speaks, and then the white guy starts speaking in different African tongue. Bro, listen, I've had a guy. I used to work at the downtown Grand, and there was a gentleman who worked there who was darker than me. So at first glance, you would think he was black or African American or whatnot. And bro started speaking in Spanish one day, full-fledged, like fluidity. And he was speaking to other Hispanics. And I looked and I was like, where is he from? And I think he was either El Salvadorian or something like that. But it's crazy because like that's why they tell you all the time, man, don't judge a book by its cover. People are not what you think they are in your little fucked up, drummed up head of yours.
Well,
that your perception is.
That's what American school do to you. They think that they teach that nothing else exists and this is what it is. And then they teach it wrong too. On top of that,
they teach it backwards.
Like when you for most people who go to the military and they go to different nations and countries, they start to understand what the world's really about. It's the people who live here, has never left here, that don't know shit about what they're talking about.
Facts. But anywho,
any questions out there, y'all?
Yeah,
like
y'all got
there's
some
only
questions.
2 or 3 people left.
Yeah, it's a few of them up there.
Oh, really?
A few of them. But any questions, y'all? Because like I said, we ain't trying to hold y'all tonight. This is Christmas.
We're not trying to hold y'all. We was coming in like we usually do at 8 p.m.
on a Wednesday night
on a hump day. Hey, Chris, you ain't tell me what you bought though.
Yeah, what'd you get yourself for Christmas? I know you got something for yourself, Chris.
Merry Christmas to you too, Chris. Man, it's all love, baby.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna send you an invite to the house. We're doing a New Year's Eve / going away party for Isis, as she will be heading to California next month to start her career. Chris says, back to what I was saying though, I think our country went so far left that people are fed up with it.
I agree. I believe, and that's why
he said I've been buying shit.
And that's why the election went the way it went, is because of exactly
people are
what
fed
you're
up.
just saying.
Yeah, people are absolutely fed up.
He said, I've been buying shit.
What you prepping for?
I think he's trying to do something to the house, right? Ain't he doing something to the house?
Ain't no telling. Chris. I'm gonna be needing that bike though, Chris, soon. Nothing for Christmas, really. Every day is Christmas. Whenever I feel like it, I buy shit.
Me too. I'm the same way, Chris.
But you know what? For me, honestly, my Christmas for me, He said, yeah, he's working on the house. Christmas for me is special because like my mom, when I was a kid, she told me all these stories and stuff. Like when she grew up, she never could have a real Christmas tree. So that was one of the things for her family she always wanted to do, was be able to have a real Christmas tree. So that was something that I kind of continued. So me and my family will go and we'll pick a Christmas tree and come home and decorate it. And we've had some years because the kids was like, not on their best behavior or whatever, that hell, I didn't even go get a Christmas tree. But this year was just a really good Christmas. It was funny because everybody bought gifts, like everybody. And I think it was just so peaceful and joyful because sometimes giving is a spirit. You know what I mean? It feels good to just give somebody you love something, to go out and pick out something for them with love in your heart and mind. And you're thinking about what they're going to do when they get it and how much they're going to like it. You're concerned because you want them to like it. It's just the joyful spirit of giving. And so for us this year, it was a lot of that and a lot of love put into it. And it just was a good Christmas we haven't had in a long time, just for different things.
With that note, y'all, love y'all. Y'all have a great holiday. And
he said, yes, let me know when you need it so I can clear some space in the garage. I'll drop it off. Give me a ride home. I'll leave it with you.
He's telling you to clear some space in the garage.
It's already space cleared.
But much love to y'all. Thank y'all for chiming in this tonight on Wednesday night.
On Hump Day.
And we will see y'all next week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't know what date that falls on, but
yeah.
I'll see you next Wednesday.
Wednesday will be New Year's. So we will come in and
it'll be on New Year's.
It'll be on New Year's.
Wow.
So we'll come in on New Year's.
Love you too, Jordan.
And we'll discuss New Year's, with y'all and all that good stuff. So between now and then, y'all have a very peaceful. Thank you, Chris. Merry Christmas to you too. Have a very peaceful weekend. Peace and blessings to you all. And for those who missed it, we'll go ahead and close out with Hey Rudolph again and a little cute reel at the end.
Well, I'm Sean Cheltenham and I'm one of the Hams.
I am Treasure Cheltenham and I too am one of the Hams.
All right. And y'all watching the Ham Show. Thank
the
y'all.
Ham Show.
Y'all chime in every week at a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and chime on in. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your cousin, tell Santa Claus.
Oh, tell them all.
Yeah. But y'all
tell
chime
somebody.
on in. Love y'all. Have a good evening.
Hey, and don't take no wooden nickels.
Have you been naughty or nice? I want to talk to all the girls and boys and let you know that Miss Treasure says, Merry Christmas. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got in that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells. Yep. I see that red glow. I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you. Hey, yo. It's Christmas Eve, and we rolling up them sleeves. Santa coming out real late tonight, so we cleaning out that chimney. Hey. Bells be ringing, tinsel slinging, angels singing, little boys and girls writing they list. Naughty or nice, Santa, what you bringing? He got a list so long, whether you been right or wrong. I see you racing home to get to sleep awake at the crack of dawn. I hear them sleigh bells, I see that red glow, I see that nose so bright. Hey Rudolph, that's you, ayo. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got in that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells. Yep. I see that red glow. I see that nose so bright. Hey Rudolph, that's you, ayo. Since all year long, been on my P's and Q's, all right, no wrong. What's Santa gonna bring me? New shoes for the Jeep, maybe an iPhone. I need some shiny new rims. I need my bills paid. I need a festive feast and a pack of Yaki for these 2 French braids. Gotta wrap these gifts, place name tags, ribbons and bows. Last roll of the tape, I'ma water the tree and hang up my mistletoe. Can't wait for the morning of no partridge or no doves. I see these gifts is happening. I'm about to start a-rapping. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got in that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells. I see that red glow. I see that nose so bright. Hey Rudolph, that's you, ayo. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got in that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells. I see that red glow. I dash you, ayo.
What do you want for Christmas?
We're gonna have to be the Grinch.
You know,
year,
just
man.
get that green shit together. It's going down.
Yeah, tell me what I need to buy.
Hey, that's gonna be cute though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the Grinch, and I'm gonna do a whole centerfold.
Centerfold.
Yeah, with my Grinch titties out and everything.
Shout out to
Whole Grinch titty out.
Host.